As a young child, I was unfortunately diagnosed with a fairly aggressive form of childhood cancer. And thankfully, due to a great medical team and the support of my community, after a rigorous year of treatment, I was declared cancer-free. But the cancer took quite a toll on my body, took a few organs, and damaged many others. So from a young age, I knew I had to approach my lifestyle with more caution and purpose than my peers had to. Dealing with health challenges throughout my life, as well as becoming heightenedly aware of the fragility of life, moderation with substance use was fairly important to me, and it was an important value that I carried with me from a young age. I knew that my approach to substance use would be quite different than my peers who hadn't had the same challenges that I had growing up, and having the awareness of how privileged I was to have a body that was still working made a huge difference to me. My name is Shiri McPherson, and we need to talk about this stuff. I've lived a fairly privileged life, and this has impacted my views and abilities to live a relatively healthy lifestyle, maintaining moderation with substance use. I value connectedness and wellness, and these are things that I make a priority in my day-to-day life. Because I had the opportunity to grow up in such a small community like Yellowknife, I was given a lot of chances to get involved with my community, and throughout my teenage years and into my adult life, I was involved in various organizations like Relay for Life, the Terry Fox Run, Folk on the Rocks, Long John Jamboree, among many others. And having the opportunity to be such an active member of my community, as well as promoting health and wellness and event organization, gave me a chance to connect with so many different people in my community. And these connections that ranged through various generations, life stories, and experiences gave me an opportunity to really see how others lived their lives. And being so heavily engaged in my community from a young age and kind of having all that spotlight, I knew that in order to maintain that passion for my community and maintain the involvement that I had to really take time to think about how I wanted to spend my spare time. I was also a fairly active competitive gymnast. Being involved in sport from a young age really filled all of my time and energy. While my peers were out on the weekends partying or getting drunk or doing drugs, I was either at the gym training or at home resting for my next competition. And I really do believe that having that start in sport from such a young age really helped me kind of stay out of trouble in my youth. And then when I got into young adulthood, when I went to university, I noticed how common binge drinking and substance use was in my age group and with my peers. But because of the lifestyle I had led up until that point with my community involvement and the gymnastics, going out every weekend and getting hammered just wasn't something that I found appealing. And as I began to realize that people my age kind of went out for two reasons. One was to cope with the stress of entering adulthood, and then also for the social aspect, because that was just what everyone did. That's how you made friends. I knew I had to find a way to cope with stress in a way that felt comfortable for me and to maintain a social life in a way that felt comfortable. And as a retired gymnast, I wanted to keep that active lifestyle that I had spent so long working on up, so I took up weightlifting. And I found that moving my body as much as possible became a fundamental value that was really important to me and my well-being and a priority in my life. And through weightlifting and through going to the gym, I found a community of people that had similar interests, and going out and drinking every weekend just wasn't needed because I had these people, these like-minded individuals with similar values about connection and wellness that really helped me with the social aspect. And then also with the stress, because moving your body, just for me, it just helped. I could take all of that stress I had and just put it in the gym. I still do go out and have, a wine and cheese night with my girlfriends or celebrate the end of exams with an edible and a movie. But with my priorities and my goals in life, moderation is just something that makes sense and that works for me.